In this episode of Dr. Ghost Hunter's Ghost Lab, I'll be reviewing the GhostTube SLS application. I'll be testing this against various objects, movements, and light settings in my non-spirit inhabited lab, to see what objects will set off this detection system. Plus, we'll also take a look at some of the SLS captures from our investigations to see whether or not we feel what we captured is spirit activity or less than 100% accuracy from the app. The GhostTube SLS app uses advanced methods to detect depth and identify people-shaped objects in your environment. Now, we have no affiliation with the GhostTube SLS app, but from their application, which is free to download onto your phone, the application can record for short periods of time, but through a purchased membership, you can record lengthy videos to help aid in your paranormal investigations. Its settings allow for various filters and ability to change your sensitivity as well. The application states that on LiDAR-equipped devices, it uses an infrared grid for highly accurate depth detection. Devices without LiDAR instead use time-of-flight methods or detecting depth. I noticed that I have the iPhone 11 Pro. As we see here, it looks like LiDAR detection systems started with the iPhone 12. I have the 11. Guess I should have listened to Sarah about upgrading my phone last year. We'll begin our lab by testing in a normally lit room with various objects of different sizes and shapes, including pictures on the wall with glass reflection, the Hatbox Ghost Zipper from Disneyland, and other objects as well. The SLS at medium sensitivity does a fairly good job at capturing the humanoid shape of the Hatbox figurine, but otherwise you'll notice that it doesn't pick up much. Now, the SLS detection on my phone appears to be shifted horizontally. It must be due to the calibration, and I'm uncertain as to why. Now, let's compare this to some of the clips that I took during a tour of the Idaho State Penitentiary, also in the daylight. Perhaps this one is picking up inconsistencies on the wall that might give off a humanoid shape, but I didn't see the SLS camera pick up upon the lamp or the apron that I had set up against my wall in the lab. Now, this other video clip picks up a figurine on the floor that can't really easily be explained away. There's nothing else that would detect a humanoid shape. Next, these figures found in the basement of the National Hotel are just odd. I can't explain them away. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to check out that video at the National Hotel. We capture some of the most impressive EVPs and spirit box activity that we've ever found. Tell me John Wayne's here. Next, we'll introduce change in the lighting of the lab to see if that alters or picks up any false positives. However, you'll see here, there's not much activity that gets captured. Even adding the stool onto the table doesn't do much either. Now, when we get to the backing of the chair, which I added because on investigations, we seem to have picked up some activity near chairs in the past. At first glance, the SLS doesn't detect activity, but at just the right angle, the backing of the chair does get mistaken for a humanoid figure. All in all, the GhostTube SLS system does well and is a fun device to add for your paranormal investigations. When you're using it, please be sure to use common sense when looking at things that might resemble a humanoid figure. And be mindful of the creator's instructions to use in a well-lit room. With that being said, have you captured any SLS figures that you're convinced are paranormal? Send them our way. We'd love to take a look at it. You can tag us in the comments below. If you enjoy what you see here, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you have another piece of paranormal equipment that you would like us to test in the Ghost Lab, please make sure to notify us in the comments below. Until next time, happy hunting.